In what way is the challenge of becoming an entrepreneur different for a woman as opposed to a man?
Well, I think in the funding context, so much of venture capital deals or getting investment is based on your relationships, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
are you in the club? Are you
Mm.
known? And it can be difficult for women to know how to be part of that club or even be accepted
Mm-hmm.
into that club, right, to begin with. So that's part of the issue. The other part of
Mm-hmm.
the issue is women tend to come up with different business models in my experience. They tend to be less likely to be a pure play tech company and more the application of tech in an innovative way to disrupt an industry that they have deep domain expertise in. They
Mm-hmm.
also tend to come to entrepreneurship a little bit older than men, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
fit the kind of pattern recognition stereotype of the guy in the hoodie in his garage eating ramen noodles, like too many carbs,
Mm-hmm.
don't have a garage, that kind of thing. And they tend to come into entrepreneurship more into their 30s, 40s, and even 50s when they've already tried to disrupt an industry from within a corporation. Where they've already have a lot of experience with hiring and firing and scaling and building teams and doing all these sorts of things. Whereas the prototype for the male entrepreneur is to come into it in his 20s with none of that business or experience or domain experience. And VC puts a team of all that around them. So there are a lot of really big differences. Also in the best time, there's a lot of research that shows the best time where women really excel as entrepreneurs are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. And that's where they're really crushing it. And men in their 20s and 30s. So we don't fit the pattern, and investors like to invest based on pattern recognition. In fact, they say so. So there's a bit of a disconnect there. The other issue is women tend to create businesses too that are addressing a market aimed at 51% of the population, i.e. women. And I can't tell you how many women have been told, oh, hey, your product doesn't address a big enough market. And the woman's like, wait a minute, it's like half the population. What are you talking about? Because the man can't necessarily see or relate to a product, say about women's health or such, that they don't experience themselves. So those are some of the external issues. And then meantime, there's also an issue with women just having the confidence to be able to know their worth, know their value, be able to talk confidently about their numbers, and also, quite frankly, dream big enough. A lot of women start small businesses. There are not a lot of women that say, yeah, hey, I'm building $1 billion business, right? You just don't see it. And it's partly the way we've been acculturated as a society. I think there's a lot of fear around it because women think, oh, men won't like them if they're ambitious, or their girlfriends won't like them anymore for daring to dream big. And so there's a lot of societal pressures, I think, that can also have the effect of dampening women's true ability.